This video is about the famous people and celebrities who passed away in 1976 in the United States. This is the second episode. Before we proceed, please subscribe to our channel to support us. Lee J. Cobb. He was born in December 1911 and he died in February 1976. His age was 64 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Lee J. Cobb was an American actor known both for film roles and his work on the Broadway stage, as well as for his starring role on the television series The Virginian. He often played arrogant, intimidating, and abrasive characters, but he also acted as respectable figures such as judges and police officers. He was nominated for 2 Academy Awards and 2 Golden Globe Awards, all in the Best Supporting Actor category. Cobb was a member of the group Theater and originated the role of Willie Loman in Arthur Miller's 1949 play Death of a Salesman under the direction of Elia Kazan. He received his first Oscar nomination for playing Johnny Friendly in Kazan's On the Waterfront. In 1954, on television, Cobb played a leading role in the first 4 seasons of the Western series The Virginian as Judge Henry Goff, and the ABC legal drama The Young Lawyers as David Barrett, and was nominated for Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Single Performance by an Actor 3 times. In 1981, Cobb was posthumously inducted into the American Theatre Hall of Fame. Sal Mineo. He was born in January 1939 and he died in February 1976. His age was 37 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was murder. Sal Mineo was an American actor. He was best known for his role as John Plato Crawford in the drama film Rebel Without a Cause in 1955, which earned him a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor at the age 17, making him the 5th youngest nominee in the category. Mineo also starred in films such as Crime in the Streets, Giant Booth 1956, Exodus in 1960, for which he won Golden Globe and received a 2nd Academy Award nomination. The Longest Day in 1962, John Ford's final western, Cheyenne Autumn in 1964, and Escape from the Planet of the Apes in 1971. Mineo's breakthrough as an actor came in Rebel Without a Cause in 1955, in which he played John Plato Crawford, a sensitive teenager smitten with main characters James Stark, played by James Dean. Mineo's performance resulted in an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Mineo's biographer, Paul Jeffers, recounted that Mineo received thousands of letters from young female fans, was mobbed by them at public appearances, and further wrote he dated the most beautiful woman in Hollywood and New York City. Lily Pons. She was born in April 1898 and she died in February 1976. Her age was 77 at the time of her death, and the reason for her death was pancreatic cancer. Lily Pons was a French-American operatic, lyric, coloratura soprano, and actress who had an active career from the late 1920s through the early 1970s. As an opera singer, she specialized coloratura soprano repertoire and was particularly associated with the title roles in Lakme and Lucia da Lammermoor, in addition to appearing as a guest artist with many opera houses internationally. Pons enjoyed a long association with the Metropolitan Opera in New York City, where she performed nearly 300 times between 1931 and 1960. She also had a successful and lucrative career as a concert singer, which continued until her retirement from performance in 1973. From 1935 to 1937, she made 3 musical films for RKO Pictures. She made numerous appearances on radio and on television, performing on variety programs such as The Ed Sullivan Show, The Colgate Comedy Hour, and The Dave Garroway Show. In 1955, she topped the bill of the first broadcast of what became an iconic television series, Sunday Night, at the London Palladium. She made dozens of records, recording both classical and popular music. She was awarded Croix de Lorraine and Légion d'honneur by the government of France. Vince Guaraldi. He was born in July 1928 and he died in February 1976. His age was 47 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was heart attack. Vince Guaraldi was an American jazz pianist, best known for composing music for animated television adaptations of the Peanuts comic strip. His compositions for this series included their signature melody, Linus and Lucy, and the holiday standard, Christmas Time Is Here. Guaraldi is also known for his performances on piano as a member of Cal Tjader's 1950s ensembles and for his own solo career. Guaraldi's 1962 composition, Cast Your Fate to the Wind, became a radio hit and won a Grammy Award in 1963 for Best Original Jazz Composition. He died moments after concluding the first half of a nightclub performance in Menlo Park, California. Vince Guaraldi was born in San Francisco's North Beach, a neighborhood that later played a crucial role in his musical development. Guaraldi's first recording was an unreleased 1951 demo with Tom Hart. His official debut occurred in November of the same year with Cal Tjader's Mambo Trio, featuring tracks such as Chopsticks Mambo and Lullaby of the Leaves, later released in 1953 on the Cal Tjader Trio. Percy Faith. He was born in April 1906 and he died in February 1976. His age was 67 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was cancer. Percy Faith was a Canadian-American bandleader, orchestrator, composer, and conductor known for his lush arrangements of instrumental ballads and Christmas standards. He is often credited with popularizing the easy listening or mood music format. He became a staple of American popular music in the 1950s and continued well into the 1960s, although his professional orchestra leading career began at the height of the swing era. He redefined and rethought orchestration techniques, including use of large string sections, to soften and fill out the brass-dominated popular music of the 1940s. Percy Faith placed 21 albums on the Billboard Hot 200 bestsellers chart through 1972, making him one of the more successful easy-listening acts in terms of sales. In 1963's Themes for Young Lovers was by far his biggest seller, peaking at number 32 on the chart and followed by 3 sequel albums. For Young Lovers. Throughout his career, he was associated with Columbia Records. Occasionally, he had albums released on the Columbia imprint Harmony Records. John H. Hester. He was born in September 1886 and he died in February 1976. His age was 89 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. John H. Hester was a major general in the United States Army who commanded the 43rd Infantry Division during the Second World War. Hester was born on 11th September 1886 in Albany, Georgia. He attended the University of Georgia before entering the United States Military Academy at West Point, New York. Hester graduated in June 1908 and was commissioned second lieutenant of the infantry. He was assigned to Fort McPherson, Georgia at his first assignment and served there until 1913. Lieutenant Hester participated in the Pancho Villa expedition in Mexico during the 1916 and later was transferred to Washington, D.C., where he was assigned to the General Staff. He served with the rank of Lieutenant Colonel as Professor of Military Science and Tactics at the University of Minnesota until the end of September 1933, when he was appointed Executive Officer of the 65th Infantry Regiment in Puerto Rico. Hester spent the next 2 years there before he was ordered back to the United States and assigned to the Operation and Plan Section at the War Department General Staff. John Twist. He was born in July 1898 and he died in February 1976. His age was 77 at the time of his death, and the reason for his death was undisclosed. John Twist was an American screenwriter whose career spanned 4 decades. Born in Albany, Missouri, Twist began his career in silent film era, providing the story for such films as Breed of Courage, Blockade, and The Big Diamond Robbery. He earned his first screenwriting credit for The Yellow Back in 1929. Twist died in Beverly Hills, California. Thanks for watching the video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Have a nice day.